Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You mind? Okay. Hi, I'm Aaron Perry. I'm an alderman in the city of Waukesha, and I work here at VACK Regency at 280 Regency Court, a platform for entrepreneurs. It's also the home of the VACK Group, a real estate investment company investing in our area. It's also the home to Malkin Solutions, an international and nationwide consulting, both small and large businesses, processes, and training. Very special guest today, we have Arshad Ansari, who is an investor, an international businessman, and a politician in India. Welcome.
Thank you, Aaron.
Great to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
I guess we'll start off. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself, well, I'm a businessman, I'm a politician, and I'm an investor. So I play multiple roles in multiple countries.
Sure.
I started my life in Muscat. I was 10 years old when I went to Muscat. My family moved to Muscat. My father used to work there. My father was a pastry chef, so we had very humble beginnings. And then I started business in Oman in 2003, and it was a very, very tough time to start business there. And well, I started with almost nothing, but it's been going great. I worked very hard, and there were days, when I used to work like 18 to 20 hours in a day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was tough. It was really hard, but I worked hard. I invested a lot of my energy, and whatever I used to earn, I used to reinvest it. So
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah, so probably
What kind of a business was it?
I started with I started aluminum fabrication.
Okay.
So we used to make kitchens, doors, windows, those kind of
I
things.
see.
And it was all a one-man show. I was the manager. I was the owner. I was the driver. I was the carrier. I was the helper to my technicians. So I was the salesman. So it was all me and three people. So I started with that, and we worked hard. A lot of people told me at that time that you must save money. But I believe, if I develop the habit of saving money, I will not grow, and I wanted to grow. So I developed the habit of investing the money I earned. So I kept reinvesting whatever I earned.
Okay.
That's how my growth was exponential. And just within a span of 7 years, I started in 2003, and by 2010, all my hard work and my labor paid off, and my life became very easy. So those 20 hours I used to work became just 4 hours. So ever since 2010, I'm having a pretty comfortable, loving, beautiful life.
That's great. So you've been here for roughly a month. What's your interest in Wisconsin, and where all did you go?
Wisconsin is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been to a couple of counties here. I've been out of Wisconsin too. But Wisconsin weather-wise, I'm loving it so far. It's sunny, and the temperature is just fine, perfect. And I'm an outdoor guy. I love nature, and I can be out here. And at least in this month, I know I've been told that winters are very, very cool here. But
Yes, you came at a good time.
I came at a good time. But, right now in India, it's blazingly hot. We have monsoons there, but it's not hitting our part of the country yet. Muscat is very hot too. That's my second home. My first home is in India. My second home is in Muscat. So probably I'll have my third home in USA, in Wisconsin.
There you go. When you say really hot, how hot are we talking?
Well, I don't know the temperatures in Fahrenheit much, but if we talk in degrees, it goes in Muscat. It goes about up to 50 degrees. that's really very hot. If you go over 50, the government rule is you should shut down everything.
Wow.
And in India, it's very hot and humid now, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get humidity here that bad, I guess, compared to, I used to live in Missouri. That does get a lot of humidity, but we'll keep that in mind the next time we're complaining that it's 90 degrees here.
Sure.
That's for sure. And I know you've been to New York, Minnesota, Indiana on this trip. What's it been like driving around the United States?
Well, it's a beautiful country. It's not only the state, all the states I've been to, they've been all very beautiful. And I loved driving here. I felt at home because, like I'm used to driving in Muscat. So we have the similar roads, similar road signs. Not much of a difference actually. And driving here was really, the scenery keeps changing. It's so lush green, and we experienced a lot of rain. When while we were coming back, when I drove through Pennsylvania, it was raining throughout. Like for 3.5 hours, I drove in the rain. We never get rains in Muscat, and it's difficult to drive while raining in India. So it becomes a bit chaotic, but it was perfectly fine, and we were cruising at a speed of about 110 kilometers, 120 kilometers per hour. So I mean, to drive at that speed that's really great.
Yeah, it'll get you from one place to the other pretty quickly.
I drove from New York City to Brookfield straight. I didn't stop, just stop for refilling, for food. That's all.
Wow. Yeah, that's moving along. That's for sure. I don't blame you. I like to drive fast too, at least on the freeway. Talk a little bit about, so you talked about your business consulting between, say, Wisconsin and in India. Do you think there's a relationship there? I know Foxconn is coming here, and so we're certainly getting some attention and some business from international places.
Well, so far I've learned, Wisconsin is a great place to live and to do business with because, companies like the VACK Group, they make it very, very easy for you to come here, invest your money in business or in real estate. With the VACK Group, I've been to see a couple of properties. We even went to the golf club.
Yeah. We have
So
played golf. That was fun.
So it was wonderful to play there, and wonderful. We could buy that golf club too, and it is a very good investment opportunity. So we are thinking over it.
Very cool. That's exciting. Based off the people, you got to meet the mayor of Brookfield, the Waukesha County chairman, a lot of other people. What, either culturally or politically, would you say that you will take back to India with you?
Well, I discussed a lot with the mayor and with the chairman, and what I've learned one thing from them. It's the participation of the public, which helps to run the city, which helps to keep the city clean, which helps to keep the city beautiful. So it has to be a participation of the community as well. It's not just the city government which will do it. So that's something very interesting and very nice. I'm going to take that back, go back to India, talk to my people, talk to my community, and I'm going to ask them, come on, we all got to do it together.
Yeah, and you got to see a very good prime example of kind of that cleanup, that community cleanup. 4th of July parade. You got to attend and then watch me walk in.
Yes. That was a lot of fun. We arrived here on 3rd, and straight away on 4th we went to the parade, and I was really amazed to see that. There were about 10 to 12,000 or more people over there, and after everybody left, there was not a single piece of trash left there.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. It was because of the public. The city didn't come to clean at that time, but after the parade was finished, I saw many people, from the general public, they were picking up all the trash.
Yeah, it's that way every year. I've been in it 6 straight years now, and thankfully I believe we've always had great weather, so the turnout is very substantial. But you're right. Afterwards, the cleanup is done like that.
Yeah.
Um, well, three final questions. These are the fun questions. Well, I mean, all of this is fun, but I do this with everybody who we've had on here.
Before you ask me those questions, I will, yeah, I will like to talk about, how Malcolm Solutions is helping me too.
Oh, sure.
Malcolm Solutions, the VACK Group has taken care of the reality of investment I'm planning to do here, but the Malcolm Solutions is what really is helping me to establish a business over here, I can start a LLC, I can start a company, I can get the TIN number, I can get the local address, I can do all those things through Malcolm Solutions. And that's, ever since I've come here, the VACK Group, Malcolm Solutions, they've been helping me, and they've made it so easy for me. It's just like, I'm coming here to invest, but I'm enjoying my life. They made it so very simple and easy for me, and that is something I would like to talk about to the people when I return. Because there are many investors in Oman, I know, and a few in India who want to expand their business, who want to come to the United States. So I'll tell them about the VACK Group, about Malcolm Solutions, and how it's just they make it easy.
Well, it goes to that investment piece that you talked about, which made you so successful. Yeah, it needs to be facilitated really well. And being able to just do business, whether it be a different state or a different country, helping, again, facilitate that, I think is really important. And it ends up helping the community, the area, the taxpayers, when we have a good business climate.
It does. And, if companies like the VACK Group or Malcolm Solutions, if they're not there, the same thing, it would have taken me like maybe months or years to do. No, they've done that for me in weeks.
Yeah.
So that's very, very economical too.
Yeah, well, you're certainly welcome to invest in Waukesha.
I'm looking forward to. It's a wonderful county. Brookfield is a wonderful city, and Wisconsin is a wonderful state. So really, I'm all gaga about.
Yeah, Brookfield is experiencing quite a bit of growth. We talked about that with the mayor, of course, and the county chairman. So good stuff. So the three fun questions. First one is, who is your favorite celebrity?
Well, my favorite celebrity is my leader. My leader is Akhilesh Yadav. He is the president of Samajwadi Party, national president of Samajwadi Party. He was the he's the ex-chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, and he transformed Uttar Pradesh in 5 years. What he did in 5 years, other governments couldn't do in last 70 years. Wow, and that's amazing. I mean, that kind of transformation, that kind of development doesn't really happen in India much, but he's been really amazing, and
that'll make you popular.
Yeah. And he is a man to watch out for, because I believe very soon he's going to be the Prime Minister of India. And, on the world stage, he's going to have a very, very important place because he is a world leader. I was inspired by him to join politics.
Wow.
I wasn't into politics. I was a businessman. And I used to do a lot of social work. But accidentally I came into politics.
That's usually how it works.
So then I met Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, and I was inspired by him. If a person, a good-hearted person, if a kind man, if a intelligent and educated person be a politician, then why shouldn't I join politics and help my community? And the social work which I was doing, it could be supported by politics. So I was inspired by him. So he is my favorite leader. He is my favorite celebrity, and I get inspired by him.
Very cool. That's a great story. We have different sports in the United States or we don't have all the same sports in both countries. Well, what's your favorite sport?
Well, as I'm from India, most of the Indians, like when I say most is 99.99% Indians, we love cricket.
Sure.
So cricket is my favorite sport, and when I was growing up, I used to watch a lot of it. I don't get to watch it now, but I can tell you who my favorite cricketer was that time. It was Saurav Ganguly. Not many people liked him, but I loved him because the way he batted, the way he hit straight sixes was, just out of this world. I really loved that man for hitting straight sixes.
Interesting. Very interesting. And the final question is, you do a lot of traveling, but what's a place in the world that you haven't been to yet that you'd like to explore?
Yeah, I love traveling, and one of my, in my bucket list, I have this that I want to travel the whole world by road.
By road?
By road, yes. And as I've been traveling in the USA, I traveled through 8 states to go to New York City, and I had a wonderful experience. The landscape was changing. And it was so lush green, raining. It was so beautiful. And first of all, I would like to explore America more.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see. This time I went to the East Coast. I wanted to go to New England as well, but I couldn't. I didn't have the time. So I will like to explore New England. Then I'll go to the West Coast. Like to drive up through that area.
Yeah, I've been to both. It's beautiful, and the food is a lot different, especially in New England, with the fresh seafood and stuff like that. Any favorite foods you got to eat while you were here?
I love the fish here.
Yeah,
I love the fish here too.
The amount of lakes and the fish fries.
Yes. I've been to a couple of restaurants where I got the chance to eat fish, and fish is really tasty here.
Mhm.
And just coming back to the road trip, then I would like to explore Europe by road. Oh, because Europe is again, the landscape there is very, very beautiful. I've been to a couple of countries, like I've been to England, I've been to Germany. I loved it there, but I didn't get to travel by road. I just traveled by the train or
Trains.
or the flight.
Yeah, I know that type of transportation there is very, very popular.
And I'm growing more and more confident since I drove in America. I can drive anywhere now.
That's probably a lot of truth to that. Yes, exactly. Lastly, anything else you want to add and share with those who are watching?
Well, one tip I would like to give you, if you want to grow financially, then you have to keep investing. Investment is the only way to go forward. As I told you in the beginning, I invested whatever I earned. Well, that's not the right kind of advice, but you in business you have to take risks. So I did that. Probably you guys want to do it. It's your choice, but investing again and again and reinvesting whatever you want can make you grow. And as I said in the beginning, before I used to work 20 hours a day, but I just work 4 hours a day now. And probably me being a politician, I don't get to work too much now. I work very, very little. I'm more on the political and the social side of it. So, but that's what investment has done to me. Because I invested money, so that money is earning money for me. So I don't have to work anymore. So probably the best thing you can do is earn money, save it, but don't save it for too long. Invest it, earn more money, reinvest it. So that way, you can financially become independent and grow, and then you don't have to work at all.
That's sound advice, and obviously you're an example of that. So, Arshad,
Nice to meet you.
yeah, it's been great to get to know you.
Same here.
Safe travels.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Up to see you.
Okay, now you're done.
You
How long was